Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Thursday, December 18th, 2014. Alright, on yesterday's announcements, the only one that really had a number, only two, I guess, that had numbers, were the Consumer Price Index and the Petroleum Status Report. The rest of this is just words, which I guess the market really liked, apparently. I mean, if you weren't watching yesterday, you may not know that it was a fantastic day for all the major indexes and exchanges, because the Fed's just, not going to do anything right now. And they said that, the economy is improving at a moderate pace, I guess you might say. So it's nice that they're telling everybody that. And there was, I guess apparently some big billionaire investors in some cases have some extra cash on hand, and they're going to dump money into some major companies. And I'm kind of specifically talking about McDonald's in this case. Had some good news on their front. So their stock moved nicely yesterday. Today we have jobless claims at 8:30, typical Thursday announcements in the Philly Fed survey at 10 a.m. Bunch of bill announcements, and then closing out the day with some minor announcements, I guess you could say. So, tomorrow's quadruple witching, which means a whole bunch of stuff is expiring, like futures and options and other contracts. So that's the only thing really happening tomorrow. So this is the second last recording of the year for the Option Guru. Looking across the ocean, over in Asia, we are mostly bullish, and smartly so. Same thing in Europe, all bullish, and very smartly so. Many up over 2%, like what happened here yesterday. And then, let's see, I didn't look at any news here yet. Fed's optimism, oh yeah. And we got to get those numbers up for the end of the year, and we'll be taking a look at that a little bit in advance to try to anticipate where we might end up, at least as far as the major indexes are concerned. And I guess Colbert is leaving. I usually don't watch him, but anyway, it's good to know that his comedians carry so much weight in the political and financial arena. I think that's good. I mean, you guys listen to me, so that's pretty funny sometimes too, right? They're taking that one out. Too gory, maybe? I don't know. That's a shame. And I guess that's about it. Yeah, that's about it for that. Okay, let's jump over and take a look at what's going on here. Okay, looking at pretty serious gap up. Gold is at 1209, so finally it's above 1200. Where's the VIX at? 1944. That's going to be coming down. Oil's at 58.39. It's been creeping up the last couple of days. And the euro US dollar, wow, 123. It was at 124.5. Now we're at 123.25. And the dollar's at 89. Wow. Really pumped up there. Okay, how did we do this year? Well, let's take a look. We're going to set our charts to a percentage view. And to do that, we just go to Style. No, we don't. Go to Chart Scale. and say show price as percentage. So all you do is just right click in a blank area on the chart, go to chart scale, show price as percentage, click on that, go back to the first day of the year. This is a 1 year chart, 1 year daily chart. First of the year is back here. This candle is the first of the year, and you right click the candle and you say set the bar as 0%. And then you scroll back up to current time. So we're at right now 11.28% gain on, according to the futures, on the S&P 500, or on the on S&P 500. Take a look at here. The high is at 13.5 roughly, rounded off. On the Dow, if it ends up here at the end of the year, we're talking about 11.5%, but right now we're at 8.57% at the moment. The NASDAQ, 20%. So if you did anything like buy into the ETFs, indexed ETFs, if you would have bought them the first of the year, when you adjusted your investing portfolio, you would have done pretty darn good on this one. And the Russell 2000, not so hot, at 4.76%. And we could, of course, zoom out and try to see what went wrong here over the year. Back here in October, things were not looking real good. So I would say that the small caps struggled. Tech stocks, which is what the NASDAQ mostly is, or you could say New World stocks or something like that, mostly comprised of New Age stocks. Gee, look at this. We came right down to this resistance point here on the most recent pullback, and it looks like we're bouncing back up. That's interesting to see that. Same thing here. Resistance, support. Small resistance, small support. But, which one does it come down to? Come down to this one? Does it come down to this one? Does it come down, but it's neat to point that stuff out, because hindsight, as we all know, is 20/20. Okay, so we can set this back now. Go back here to find that brown line. Where is that brown line? We're not seeing the brown line. Where's 0? Oh, you know what? Is that based off of... I have to change it for each one. Oh, that's interesting to learn, don't you think? Yeah, because it's based off of the ES. So I have to go back to the ES. I'm babbling to myself here. There we go. Now we're finally here. Okay, I'm supposed to be able to find that brown line. Now things are goofed up. Hang on, I have to figure out what I did here. Alright, so if I was you, if you're going to change symbols, find that brown line where the 0 is, the 0% is, and change it back to the default. I believe that's what it says. And I would do that. So you would right click on that brown line and change it back to default, which is the first day on the chart, the opening price of the first day on the chart, first candle. Because I don't know where it went. I can't get rid of it. All I can do is change the chart back to standard price chart. So I can't get that brown line to come back to take it out. So be careful about that. I might have broke it, who knows. Okay, we're going to go back and take just a quick look here, run through the A+ list right quick. We have a target set on Apple currently in a downtrend. Amazon, target set on Amazon currently in a downtrend. Boeing, actually it hit a target here. There should be a target here. So if you were going to do something about Boeing, this is a place where you might consider doing it, but based on what we're seeing for today so far, that's probably not going to get a hook on that, and maybe not for the rest of the year, who knows. So it may be reversing and heading back into an uptrend. Alibaba, not really sure what's going on there, so we're just going to stay away from that one right now. Baidu, we should put a target up here. Okay, so you probably might have noticed something else that I did down here was I put the 50% line back in, and the way that you would do that if you want to do it yourself is to, I mean, you can leave it the way that it was, but I'm looking to consider entering trades for next year if it gets past this 50% line, because we missed a lot of opportunities. For instance, on this, this would have been an opportunity for us to possibly get in here with a, remember, it would be a 20 delta, or a not a 50 delta, but something lesser, maybe a 30 delta or something like that, if you get a hook here. And I may even consider not even using this as confirmation. So just thinking about that. So the way to change this is to just right click on the actual study, one of the lines in the actual study, go to edit study, and all I did was midline 1 I changed to 50%. So you click on this tab here, change this value to 50%, and you should be good to go. And then for midline 2 I shut it off. I unchecked the show plot. I changed it to 52 just, for fun or whatever, so I don't get confused with these numbers here. And that's all I really did. That's the only thing that I did. And so your display ends up looking like this. Alright, so that's that. Now to Chipotle. Chipotle's sort of in a downtrend, so we'll put a target up here just to draw our eyes to it. It could be here, or it could be here, or somewhere in between. You could say, like, this is a 50 delta, this is a 30 delta, and this down from here to here is a 20 delta. I don't know, whatever you might want to do. And that's what I'm thinking of doing. So in this case here, we might do, well, we could have done a 50 on that one, I guess, because we did get confirmation down here. The rest of these, anything lesser than getting up to the 80% line, I'm considering, just thinking out loud here, calling that not requiring confirmation on the MACD. Alright, Costco. Costco, what's going on with Costco? That's a good question. Not real confident that this is in a downtrend. I think it's just a short-term correction. So probably there would be a target down here, now that we're above 50 here. And the Dow, there's no use looking at that. Let's skip over and run down to Google here. Google's definitely in a downtrend, so we're throwing a target up here. even with the strength of yesterday, it didn't really perform all that well. LinkedIn, a little bit of noise and confusion on LinkedIn, so we're pretty flat on all our moving averages here. Can't really figure out what it wants to do. Look at the mini NASDAQ, which the NDX should look pretty much the same. Yeah, this is just, MNX is just a tenth of NDX. Let's take a look at NDX for fun. Try to confuse the platform here by clicking multiple symbols here and there and everywhere. We're going to throw a target in up here. Definitely would be trading this with any sort of pop above here, and a hook back down, but probably not going to happen this year. I won't really be looking next week. Next week I may make some other kind of video. I may do like a year in review or something like that. I'm not sure. But remember, it's the last video of this year, so that means almost 2 weeks, I guess you could say. Because I think New Year's is on Thursday, so there's no trading on Thursday, and then Friday, there's probably not going to be much activity on Friday either. Of course, the world may have ended by then. Who knows? I'm feeling positive, aren't I? Netflix is definitely in a downtrend. We have confirmation here on the 50, as well as the 20 hull, as well as person pivot. Now you can see I could almost take person's pivots off of here because the hull just about perfectly mirrors it, and it's a little bit easier to see it on the hull. But I'll leave PPS on there for now. OEX, definitely in a current, this may just be a correction type of a downtrend, but you know, we'll still put a target up here, and this is the S&P 100, and then there's Priceline, sort of in a downtrend. I guess we got confirmation here on the 50, so we're going to throw a target up here just to draw our eyes to it. We want to check it out and see what happens. The Russell, choppy. It's not feeling real good about anything here. We have the 50 just bent up, and the hull is still down, so PPS is up. I'm just not getting a green signals here. Just a little bit of confusion there. Here we have 50 down, 20 down, price down, but a big move yesterday, but we're still going to throw a target in up here just to take a look at it. Watch for a hook. We're almost above 50 here. Tesla, Tesla did fall below 200. I guess that sort of acted like support, and it's moving back up now. Still, it's in a downtrend, and we will throw a target in here. And then last but not least is Visa. Visa, I mean, I can't even see the 50. It's definitely moving up. If anything, Visa would be a really good candidate right about now for a 50 delta. I'm going to throw an alert on this. Yeah, today and tomorrow. Let's see here. Create an alert above. Yeah, that looks good. So we got one trade for today, which would be for tomorrow expiration. So that's it for today. That was pretty easy. and try to make these a little quicker, less painless. And I know I editorialize a lot at the beginning. I don't know if you like that or not. Apparently it's okay because I haven't really lost any subscribers, as a matter of fact. Up over 1,050 right now. But I still don't get that many views, so, maybe some people subscribe. Maybe I don't know why they do if they're not looking, but, I'd like to thank you for watching, though, and have a great day. One alert for today, and that's on this one right here, Visa. So, happy trading.